Okay, this episode is about the fallout, everything that happened due to the riot. So we come out the dorm, and as we coming out the dorm, we walking towards the chow hall. Now keep in mind, these dudes still in J-Dorm with Sergeant Dunbar and Yanni. That's still happening. So we head on into the chow hall and we see the inmates just punishing about 4 or 5 more COs. If y'all heard another CO, the FBI is gonna have to come in. Well, Warden, you better look like getting them news people out here for real. Who am I speaking with? Cause son, you don't know what you getting yourself into. Oh, we know just what we getting ourselves into, Warden. Son, this ain't gonna end the way you think it is, son. It ain't gonna turn out the way you think it is, son. Now, as Ron going backwards and forward the warden, the other inmates, they scavenged in the chow hall. Now, the inmates starting to understand. The warden had a strategy. He cut the power. He took all the food. Nothing else left in the chow hall but a couple non-perishable, and that's canned goods. Warden, we about to start rolling these COs out every hour on the hour if we don't get some food back in here. Now, at this point, the warden don't know the inmates done rolled a couple COs out. He think they just beat him up a little bit. Okay, son, just calm down and tell me what you want to eat. Stop playing with me, Warden. Get that food back in here. What Ron didn't know, the warden is just stalling him because he putting a plan together to take the dorm back by force. Now, I'm going to fast forward this up to 2 hours later and still no food. I've been real patient with you, Warden. You've been playing with me. Now listen at this. Oh! Son, you just made the biggest mistake of your life. Now, according to protocol and proper procedure, the warden then heard an inmate roll a CO out with his own ears. So now, no matter if he want to or not, he ain't got no choice but to bring the DOJ and the FBI in. So I turn around and say, man, these dudes ignorant, bro. They ain't got no understanding how things work, bro. It's about to go down. So now at this point, everybody like, okay, a guard just got rolled out. Oh, well, they thinking everything is just how it was. So they break out the chow hall and go back on their chaotic rampage, tearing stuff up again. And this is when it dawns on me, let's go check on Leodre. We got access to the infirmary too. We ain't seen Beast or none of the fighters that was involved with the fight. Let's go to the infirmary and see what's going on. So we headed that way. When we get up there, we see dudes setting fires. Man, they losing their mind in this place. So finally we make it to the infirmary, and the infirmary is a ghost town. I instantly started thinking, oh, they done cleaned up anything that can point at the prison for wrongdoing. Now, just to be on the safe side, we start checking every different building, every section. We go all the way up to the mental ward. Now, when we get about 50 feet from the mental ward, we stop and we duck off because we see the warden and all the COs, they got the mental ward blocked off. So they done move everything to the mental ward, and that's where they set up at. Man, I know there ain't no helicopter. So we see the helicopter coming in hot by the mental ward. So we takes off running back to where all the other inmates at and start telling them. Man, they calling all kind of agencies in, bro. But when we get back there, Howard on the radio talking to somebody and he looks spooked. Who you on the radio talking to, Howard? Man, we gotta give ourselves up, bro. They say they coming in with lethal force. Now, Howard going back and forth with Ron because Howard ready to get himself up. But Ron saying he's taking this all the way. So that's why they call you Howard, huh? Howard the coward. You can say what you want to, boy. They ain't about to stress me out here. So we walking off while they arguing just to get by J-Dorm, just in case the FBI come in full speed. We want to be in the vicinity of J-Dorm so we can lay down. So we still hearing Ron and Howard argue as we walk off, and Howard talking about giving up. Ron, you fake ass. I hate your coward ass. Man, I kid you not. When we look back, Ron was giving it to Howard. Now, Ron is in charge by himself, and Ron is a dude that ain't got no kind of common sense. So if anybody follow him, they in some serious trouble. Now, please understand, you can barely hear yourself think at this time. Everything is going haywire. So you moving from place to place real fast. Now, it was at this point where I say God was really looking out for us. Because we go in the guard block and Yanni come busting out of J-Dorm covered in red. Now, we right in the guard block and he ain't even look our way. But he's running out that way trying to get revenge on dudes. Now, we trying to figure out how the hell Yanni got her loose. So we headed in J-Dorm to see what's going on. The first thing we see when we walk in J-Dorm is Sergeant Dunbar. They done drug him to the front and he buck naked. So we pause and look at Sergeant Dunbar, but don't look like he here with us no more. So we completely stepped over Sergeant Dunbar and continued on our way. So when we get back there, we see Vernon from Yanni crew and he's stressed out. Look like he cut Yanni loose, and to keep people from finding out what happened to Yanni, Yanni stressed this man out. Either that or Yanni was pissed off when you ain't help him when them dudes started crowding him. We just speculating at this point, but either way it go, Yanni is a loose running around the prison. Now at this point, we just moving from one place to another, cause it ain't no one place you wanna stay still too long. Now before we can even get back out of J-Dorm, they got a bunch of inmates dragging the queen in the J-Dorm. Let me go, please, let me go. So we get the hell up out of there and we start making our way to where P-Dorm at. So when we get almost to P-Dorm, we see Yanni on top of Alex. Yeah, you had something to do with it. Alex gone at this point. This man just carried away and he ain't stopping. So we just hurry up and try to loop our ass back around. And as soon as we did that, pow! We don't know where the hell it came from. We just seen Yanni drop. And everybody that was out there just took off running. So we ran in the chow hall. And when we got up in there, we ran our ass right where Ron was. Man, they just dropped that man. Man, y'all seen that? They dropped that man. Now, Ron just pacing backwards and forward. He don't know what to do with himself. All the other inmates scattered about the chow hall just sitting down in different seats. Hey, we gonna stay in here for a while. Don't nobody go back outside, man. Now, as Ron talking, we hear the radio start making a funny noise like, Lulu, who's in charge? This Special Agent Ricks, who's in charge? Now, Ron just standing there looking at the radio, and all the other inmates like, man, go ahead, pick it up, man, before they come in here, pick it up. Man, I ain't picking that shit up, man. I ain't doing that. Now, at first, he was big, bad, tough, taking this all the way to the end, and now he's scared after he seen Yanni get dropped. So another inmate picked up the radio. Yeah, what y'all want? His big goof ass picked the radio up like these people out there bought this plan. Now, this situation has to come to some kind of resolution. What are y'all demands? And how can we bring this to an end without anybody else getting hurt? Man, y'all shot that man, bro. Y'all was wrong. Y'all dropped that man, bro. We can't stand by and let one inmate hurt another inmate, so we had to take action. Then after that, the FBI agent said something that blew my mind. Let me speak to the one that's been in charge, because I can tell by speaking with you, you're not the one in charge. So now Ron gets back on the radio and starts talking to the FBI agent. Yeah, we need some food up in here. We're a little bit past that point now. You only got two choices that's on the table. If you give yourself up or we take it back by force. I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to give you a little time to think about it. When we get back with you, we expect your answer. Now, after that, the radio just goes silent. Now, it's about 500 of us packed inside the chow hall, and nobody want to go back outside. Now, I'm going to fast forward up deep into that night where the heat getting to everybody. Bam, boom, boom, bam, boom, boom, get him, boom, bam, bam, bam. Yeah, 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 bam, bam, yeah, yeah, yeah. Without a single word, no argument, no nothing, some inmates just started attacking random inmates. We about to roll everybody out. I ain't doing that. The heat hadn't just drove these dudes to the edge. Now it's only 5 of them, so we all gotta get on them to get them out of here, cause they ain't got no picks and chooses. Get the weapon out his hand. Let it go. Come on, swing it. I gotta give it to him. Bam, bam. So everybody in there end up rolling these dudes up out of here. Now after that calmed down, everything was good for a minute. That's until we see 16 dudes from U-Dorm that's known for violating boys come walk up in the chow hall. Now when they walk up in here, they just holding little simple conversations with everybody. It's like they going around just talking to everybody trying to size you up. Yeah, how long y'all been up in here? So they moves all the way to the back of the chow hall, and it got like 2 little Philippine dudes that's sitting back there by themselves. Now y'all gotta keep in mind, this a whole bunch of different dorms mixed in together. Oh, you got some good ass hair. Come on, stop, man. So when a Philippine dude slapped his hand and told him stop, he got super mad. Boy, who you think you playing with? So he pulled out a weapon about that long and stick it to the Philippine dude's neck. Why you breathing hard now? Get your ass up and come on. So all of them take this one little Philippine dude all the way to the last table. Take them clothes off, boy. Don't do this to me, man. Make me ask you again. This Special Agent Rex, I need your answer now. Now here Ron go again, scared to answer the radio, and the man steady going off telling him he need his answer. We need some more time. Ron then picked up the radio and said we need some more time and turned the radio completely off. Now you would think them dudes that was back there with the Philippines, when they heard the FBI agent come on, they would have stopped doing what they was doing. But when we turned around, oh yeah, go get his friend. Go get that boy over there. Now at this time, me and my crew, we know what's about to happen. So we jet the hell up out of there and we just going to see what the atmosphere look like. Now we don't see no inmates in sight and it's so quiet, you can hear everything now. Cam, Drew, y'all hear that shit? Man, I don't hear nothing. Now, I keep hearing something sound like a drill or a saw. And Cam, Drew, and Lako say they don't hear nothing. Now, we keep walking for a minute. Then all of a sudden, we see the lights flash on real quick and flash off again. Now, I know y'all seen that. Yeah, we seen that there. And right when they say that, man, it sounds like we in the middle of a war zone. Stuff started exploding everywhere. Now, my first instinct was to lay on the ground, and I look at the chow hall, boom, 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 nothing but explosions coming from the chow hall, and you see inmates get to running out, boom, boom, boom. Now you see explosions coming from the dorms, but at this time, you don't see no SWAT, no FBI agents. All you see is things just blowing up everywhere. Get on the ground, face down, and put your hands behind your head. Now, this when the real nightmares start. When you start seeing FBI agents, COs, SWAT, you see them coming in full speed ahead, and inmates still running with weapons in their hand. Boom, bow, 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 get down, bow, get down, bow, get down, bow, bow, bow. Man, they got the snipers on the roof, sniping inmates with weapons. You got the SWAT on ground, beating inmates up, pounding them in the dirt. Bull, get down, inmate. Bull, get down, bull. Now, at this time, SWAT and the COs, they going around zip tying everybody that's on the ground. Now, at this time, it's still going haywire because Ron and about 50 more inmates run into an administration building and barricade themselves in the inside of it. Now, while I'm on the ground getting zip tied, I see the FBI agents go run to the administration building. They don't go in it. They just kind of set up a quick perimeter. Then all of a sudden, we see a SWAT team member come running out of the S building hollering, holding his back. Then you see Dooney running behind him like this. Man, when I tell you they lit Dooney up, man, it ain't funny, man, but they have Dooney body jumping across the concrete. Now, the inmates were so much in shock, they started walking out from their hiding spots, just giving themselves up. And I'm gonna keep it real. The FBI got some dirty boys too. Boy, get on the ground. Boy, boy. Now, these inmates was giving themselves up. Man, these inmates got knee, punch, elbow, everything you can imagine. Now, after about an hour and something into the raid, that's when you see all the news crews coming in. Now, after they done got all the inmates out here on the ground and zip tied, now they gotta focus in on Ron and them 50 other inmates that's barricaded in that administration building. We need all you inmates to come out with your hand above your head, walking real slowly, turn around backwards, and walk towards us. I repeat, we need all you inmates to come out with your hand above your head, walking real slowly, turn around backwards, and walk towards us. Now, after they get his command a couple times, you see the SWAT go run up to the door and start putting something on the door look like clay. Blow it. Now, I'm expecting to see a big-ass explosion, but all you see is a couple sparks and the door swing open. When I tell you they go up in there and they start beating inmates' ass, pulling inmates from under stuff, boy, they give it to them raw. Get your, don't you do it, inmate. Boy, get out, get out. Watch him! We hear one of the SWAT members say, watch him, and we thinking we about to hear a shot after that. Man, one of these dumbass inmates had to grab the fire extinguisher and started spraying the SWAT with the fire extinguisher. Okay, that's how you want it? Next thing you know, SWAT had to took off their canister of mace and sprayed the whole administration building. Get on the ground. You see buku inmates just come flooding up out there and Ron right there with them. Get out, get out, get Get out. Now they got all of us just sitting on our ass with our hands cuffed behind our back. We about to do roll call. So when you hear your name, I need you to sound off, yes, sir. Now when they get to doing roll call, this the first time I think any of us really realized how many inmates got hurt and rolled out. Cause the first 40-something names they call, don't nobody say nothing. They have to recall these names cause they can't believe all these inmates not present. Now they going through the roll call and we see all the other SWAT COs and everybody, they got the medics. They going from dorm to dorm just dragging inmates out. So the news people is right there. Sir, can you come here? I got something I need to tell y'all. So Ron calling the news people and he got sweat, spit, and snot running down his face. Now the news people about 150 feet away from where we at. So the CO that's out there, he walks by Ron like he ain't about to do nothing. Boy, shut the fuck up. Get the hell up. Come on, let's go. Now he completely take Ron from out there. I don't even know where the hell he took Ron at. But I know that was a sign to all of us. Shut your mouth up, don't say nothing, or y'all gonna end up like this boy right here. To keep it all the way 100, the news people really ain't wanna hear nothing we had to say anyway, cause they kept their distance. All they was doing is filming the structural damage. They was just looking at all the damage that the inmates did. So after they end up getting everything situated, we was interrogated for about 3 to 4 hours trying to find out the masterminds behind the riot and the instigators. Man, we even seen the crime scene unit come through doing fingerprints, all kind of different tests. I think the craziest part when they went to U-Dorm and they found the majority of these COs. A lot of them was still here, but a lot of them was rolled out too. I seen that's when the climate changed. Now that night, they started taking people, throwing them in the hole. Man, we was getting sectioned off. A lot of us was in the recycling center. Now, I'm going to come back on live and break down what really happened because a lot of people were shipped off. A lot of COs was put on leave. We got a bunch of COs from Virginia. And day by day, they was doing big investigations. They was investigating everybody. Almost everybody got some kind of disciplinary action taken against them. And I'm going to come on live because a lot of these dudes ratted too, because there's no way these COs found out as much information as they did without somebody telling them these things. Because day by day, they was coming to get different people, shipping them off, taking your good time. A lot of different things happened, but I'm going to break it down in a live.